We're following a developing story on a group of animal advocates who are taking to the streets today. They're demanding answers about the fate of around 250 of the more than 300 small pets that were sent to the Humane Society of Southern Arizona by the San Diego Humane Society last month. Now, these advocates were protesting outside the office of one of the Humane Society's board members downtown. News 4 Tucson's Chorus Nylander is live outside the Humane Society's facility on the west side with the latest. And Chorus, what have you learned today?
Yeah, well, Sean, I could tell you that protest earlier this morning got a lot of attention downtown, but new tonight we've obtained a legal response letter from the Humane Society of Southern Arizona sent to the San Diego Humane Society. They're calling all of this just a media fiasco at the creation of the San Diego Humane Society.
We demand answers. We demand transparency.
Animal advocates, not satisfied with the Humane Society of Southern Arizona's explanation of what happened to 318 small pets transferred to the rescue last month, held a protest in downtown Tucson Wednesday morning outside the law offices of Fairhang and Medcoff.
Hoping that Robert Garcia, who is an attorney with Fairhang and Medcoff, he's the chairman of the board, and we're hoping to let him know that we'd like to hear from them.
Robert Garcia leads the board of directors at HSSA. These protesters clearly trying to go above CEO Steve Farley and try to get action from the board. News 4 Tucson reached out to Garcia asking for his response to the protest. He told us to refer all questions to Steve Farley.
We're simply asking for transparency, and the CEO of the Humane Society is not forthcoming.
The issues all surround a transfer of 318 small pets from the San Diego Humane Society to HSSA August 7th. Weeks later, questions started to swirl after people didn't see any adoption postings for the pets and began wondering what happened to them. Farley then said 250 of the pets were rehomed by a private rescue in Phoenix that doesn't want to be identified.
They're so worried and upset right now, they're not wanting to talk to anybody anymore. They don't want to give any more information. They feel under attack.
Even by the San Diego Humane Society?
Even by San Diego Humane Society.
Last week, San Diego Humane Society sent HSSA a legal demand letter wanting verifiable proof of the animal's well-being. They demanded a response by this past Monday and received one. Through a law firm in San Diego, HSSA responded, writing, quote, "The letter itself is yet another in a line of communications perpetuating what is nothing short of a media fiasco of San Diego Humane Society's own making. The most unfortunate aspect of SDHS's insistence upon advancing this narrative, beyond the negative light it casts on both organizations and the services humane societies provide to communities across the country, is that a loss of public trust ultimately jeopardizes the well-being of the animals that HSSA and SDHS exist to protect. Many of these animal advocates tell me they don't trust San Diego Humane Society any more than they do HSSA.
I think we're getting momentum on this, and I don't think this issue is going to go away until we have an answer, until the truth comes out.
And in that legal response letter, HSSA says it expects this to be the final communication they have with San Diego Humane Society on this issue, but that remains to be seen. Just moments ago, I got a response back in an email from San Diego Humane Society. They say they're meeting with their attorneys, figuring out what next legal steps they can take, but they did tell me they've now hired a private investigator to try and get some more facts in this case. Certainly not the end of it just yet. We're live from the west side. Chorus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.